You cannot legislate behavior in this context. This is an attribute that is purely personal. If somebody is given that position, surely there must be some etiquette that goes with it, some decorum, some integrity that goes with that kind of position. Now, in the past, it is true that all the vice presidents under the old constitution would have a portfolio with them. It would either be home affairs, like in the case of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Moi, I think even eventually Mudi Awori, and even Kalonzo. When it comes to others, Kibaki was vice president and he also held the docket of finance. I was vice president and I held the docket of transport and communications. So it can happen, and that happened within that constitution. But the constitution that we have, and remember even Wamalwa Kijana was initially appointed vice president without a portfolio, and then subsequently I think there was some disquiet, and Kibaki had to give him the docket of regional development over and above the position of vice president. So when you look at it from that context, it used to be done, but it also narrowed the opportunity of the vice president to talk to other dockets or portfolios in that government, all right? Because they had their own specific ministers. Now, in the new constitution where there's the presidency, the way we saw it, and some of us could see that there could be some challenges, is that the whole issue of being elected on one ticket was misinterpreted. Because we had this theory of 50% government for Ruto, 50% government for Uhuru. So clearly, the way it had been sold, the way the presidency had been sold, it had been sold as a package, all right, to the Kenyan people. Now, is that the interpretation of the Constitution? Does the Constitution interpret that? No, the Constitution simply says, the current one, that he shall be the principal assistant to the president. The president can then assign him chairing subcommittees or chairing special task forces and so forth. But this comes through chemistry, through the feeling that this is okay. And but what we can see here is that we don't know whether there were personal interests or whatever that may have informed the current government and the current president to look away from his deputy in this kind of situation. And that is why perhaps in his restructuring of government, the person who chairs subcommittees is Honorable Matiang'i. Now, so I may not know the other thing, but the point I'm trying to underscore is that the whole issue of etiquette, personal respect to your boss is very critical, because we cannot have a situation where the topmost positions are disagreeing, because that is affecting cabinet. You own up to what is a success, and you try and throw away what are challenges, and yet you are still sitting in the same government. That is not right.